Hi guys, Owen here from 2 Degree Gaming, and we have me doing the news this week because it's my turn and you're going to be watching me play my first ever game of Crisis 2 online because I got a part of that wonderful Humble Bundle for games, and also, you know, we have our Battlefield 3 giveaway which is partly due to that. Don't forget to go check out that video on my series of going solo. So I have some Crisis 2 footage with a little bit of War Thunder through it as well. It's kind of mixed up, but I just thought I'd vary it up and keep you guys entertained. News. Okay, so first off we have that the PS4 is the most favoured console of the console wars that is happening now, and that the Xbox One is the most talked about one. Obviously with, you know, Microsoft's shit PR, they have the worst PR. I don't know what the hell they do. All Sony have had to do is sit back and, you know, play it cool. And then Nintendo just sit there and do fuck all. Look at us, we've got a Wii U. But they did announce this week they've got the Nintendo 2DS on the way. And I had a big what the fuck moment with that. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, this kind of does make sense. It's going to be in like one of those areas. It's a child-friendly device. I mean, it doesn't have hinges, so, you know, children can't bend it backwards and break the fucking thing. The price is, I think it's $50 lower than the 3DS entry level. And also, it's launching with Pokemon, and I know, I'm thinking now, I'm going to need a 3DS to play Pokemon. The 2DS plays all those 3DS games, and therefore I'm going to buy Pokemon and I'm going to have to buy a 2DS. I'm not going to jump around that thing, so there we go, because I fucking love Pokemon and I'll enjoy it on my 2DS, I'm sure. So next we shall move on to the Xbox One fiasco as it deepens this week. Basically, the first thing that comes up is a voice command. One of the key things that was a part of their, you know, whole big Connect thing is going to only be available in 10 of the 13 countries that the console has been limited to launch in anyway. So they put a limit on the limit, and then even at that, the XboxOne command is only going to work in 5 of those 10 countries. So the US, the UK, France, Canada, and Germany are all going to be able to launch their consoles without actually having to stand there and go push a button, you know, like some cave dweller. Okay, next up we have the PS4 news. Warframe, fantastic game on PC. It's a free to play game. It's really good fun. One of those hack and slash type of games. It's a shooter as well. Has been confirmed as a timed exclusive on the PS4. So I'm guessing that means they're going to run it for a limited time on the PS4, and then eventually they might branch out to the Xbox per se. Here's an interesting one. PS4 is pre-sales. It's almost outselling the Xbox One 2-1. It's a massive thing. They've sold, I think they've got 600,000 units on pre-order, and the Xbox has just over 350,000 units on pre-order, which is just, it's a phenomenal amount of, you know, consoles going out. The games charts have been dominated by Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts for their respective consoles. Battlefield 4 and the PS4 buyers have sense, and Call of Duty Ghost on the Xbox One. Again, I know I'll rip on COD quite a lot, but that's just because I play Battlefield 3 a lot, and I'm not. I know it's the game I go to play and not play with having to think. I think it's a lot of gamers are in that mindset at the minute, so that's my view on that. Okay, and also this week, well, over the weekend there, PAX East Penny Arcade Expo thingy-majigger Bob was on, that obviously I wasn't able to attend because I live in Ireland and I'm not rich and I can't travel that far. But, you know, big games there, you know, playable, you know, BF4 was obviously there. Titanfall was a huge one that I kind of wish I'd had the opportunity to play. Although I did hear about this other game. I watched a couple of videos on it, and a lot of people kicked up a fuss about an indie game called Transistor, and it just looks, it's got a real nice, good charm about it. I don't know what it is, it's just got this real nice look about it, and it's something that I'm looking forward to actually having to try playing it. And also it's by a company called Supergiant Games, so, and also tongue twisted there, Hotline Miami 2, wrong number, was there and launched, and it looks very good. I played a little bit of Hotline Miami 1. I know it's a very exciting game for some people, but for me it wasn't. You know, it's had its unique art style, and it just didn't grab me by the balls and make me want to just keep playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. Also this week, more Nintendo news that the Wii U is taking a price cut. and it's very, very, like, I don't know, last time a console took a price cut this quick was, I think, the original Xbox took a price cut in the UK, like almost like, I think it was a month. They gave the people who had bought a launch Xbox, original Xbox, some form of compensation. I think it was a game or two or something. But you know, the Nintendo Wii U, it's failing. There's nothing on it that makes me want to come and play the game, and that, I think that's the problem. Is Nintendo were really good whenever they had the Wii U. They had something that was unique, whereas with this Wii U, it's just kind of meh. I don't know, like I could get my tablet smart glasses on the Xbox. You know what I mean? Like I can use my phone with my Xbox. Or no, PS3 doesn't have anything at the minute like that, but I can guarantee you that they're what was the last piece of news that I'd heard also that I wasn't sure whether I was going to include, but I'm going to include it now anyways, that the PS3 will have, you know, an app or something on it. Basically, if I'm out and about and I want to buy a game, I can come home and the game will be downloaded from me. The console will switch on away and the game will be loaded. But that also brings on to me the other reason, the whole thing about why people were complaining about the Xbox One and its mass amount of, you know, always online, and I think that that would have only been a good thing for me. I would have really thought that would have worked with, you know, the whole Steam thing, and I think the Xbox was trying to be its Steam box as such, you know. Not an official Steam box, or you know, it's its own Steam box, making its own, you know, whole market online. And I think it's only going to be a thing that's going to improve gaming on the whole. You know, yeah, you'll miss your used games, but games go so cheap now. I mean, I've built up my Steam library to over, I think I had this time maybe 3 months ago I had 2 games in it, and now I've got like I think 40 games in there, and it just doesn't seem like I've spent a lot of money. And I have the PS3, PS4 thing, it just doesn't seem to me, it confuses me, because, you know, having a really good PR team can say a lot for you, and that's what Microsoft have obviously failed in that respect. You know, the PS4, they've really had to sit back and do nothing, and with having the always online aspects not mentioned, you know, if you can text, or not text, if an app can download something to your PS4 while you're not at home, does that not tell you that your PS4 has to be online to be able to do this? It's something that has, you know, been overlooked, but Sony have done a great job of not hiding it, but, you know, twisting words, you know, to make you see the great features that are available to you if you are always online. And personally, although we live in Ireland here and internet accessibility isn't the best, I can only see this being a great thing for, you know, the progression of gaming, and, you know, to the point where, you know, what Nvidia had at PAX this week, where, you know, you could have a very simple device that just streams video and not have to spend a fortune on the hardware to get these games coming through, you know, 60 FPS for you. You could essentially have a cloud system play the game and stream a H.264 feed to you, and I see that as being the future. I mean, OnLive had that idea, they just didn't have the resources, but, you know, with internet speeds picking up and streaming video as such, this could be a real thing in the future, and that's, I know, an opinion that I have. And last but not least, kind of backtracking, but just going back to Hazel's news of the launch games, and I just want to tell you what I'm excited for on each console. Basically, for the Xbox One, I can say Dead Rising 3 is going to be amazing. You know, that's a kind of a given. It's a great launch title to have. And then we have Killzone's Shadowfall, which is the kind of game that's making me want to buy a PS4 straight off the bat, because I loved the last Killzone. I loved it so much. I played it so much, Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 even. Also, we've got War Thunders launching on the PS4, which is fucking amazing. I know I talked about that in my last news, but that's a launch title now. It's a launch day exclusive for PS4. Just wanted to throw my 2 cents in there about those titles. I mean, there's not much else I want to see. Killer Instinct's quite good on the Xbox One. It's free to play as well, you know, so there we go. And that's my news segment for this week. Hazel will be back with you next week for some of the more latest news, and please don't cringe at my Crisis footage. It was my first game ever.